You don't lose someone's love overnight. It fades slowly, silently. And if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the first two signs. The truth is, when someone starts to fall out of love with you, they don't say it. They show it in two quiet, painful ways. And if you don't recognize these signs early, you'll hold on to someone who has already let go. Let's dive into the Stoic truth no one tells you, but you must hear. Number 1. Emotional distance grows quietly. It doesn't start with a fight. It doesn't come with a warning. It creeps in like fog, slow, silent, and barely noticeable at first. The woman who once lit up when she saw you now barely looks up from her phone. Mornings that used to begin with sweet messages now start with silence. She replies yes, but with delays, with cold punctuation, with a lack of warmth you can feel in your gut. You ask her how she's doing and the answer is short, mechanical, polite, but distant. This is emotional detachment, and it's the first step in the quiet unraveling of a relationship. Stoicism teaches that we must never be slaves to what is outside our control. And few things are more outside your control than another person's affection. When love fades, it doesn't scream, it whispers. She won't fight, she won't cry. She'll simply stop showing up for you emotionally. That's the red flag. Too many men ignore because it doesn't come with fireworks. It comes with absence. Emotional absence is more dangerous than anger because it's colder. It's the sign that she's already halfway out the door, in her mind, in her heart. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." So when someone starts to vanish emotionally, don't try to pull them back. Don't beg for energy they've already withdrawn. That's not strength, that's self-abandonment. The Stoic man recognizes when the tides have shifted. He doesn't chase the wave, he anchors himself. Her silence is not your cue to panic, it's your invitation to realign. Pull your focus inward. Reclaim your peace. Because the man who clings gets dragged, but the man who lets go stands tall. Number 2. They stop investing effort. This one cuts deeper than most because it's not loud, it's quiet, subtle, deadly. The effort fades like a dying flame. One day you realize the small things are gone. The random messages that used to brighten your day. The "how are you feeling?" After a tough week, the simple joy of planning a night together. It's not just forgetfulness, it's indifference. And indifference is not the opposite of hate. It's worse. It's the absence of care. When someone stops trying, they're no longer fighting for you. They're quietly preparing to move on from you. Seneca nailed it when he said, "Love in its essence is spiritual fire, not an obligation." Think about that. Fire needs fuel, love needs effort. And when that effort dies, so does the connection. You might still be in the same house, same bed, same routine, but emotionally you're alone. You feel it in your gut when they cancel plans without guilt, when they shrug off your emotions like they're inconveniences. That's when you realize they've already let go. And you're the only one still holding the rope, burning your hands with every second you refuse to let go too. Here's where Stoicism steps in, not to make you heartless, but to make you unshakable. A Stoic doesn't chase dying embers. He knows the value of energy. Instead of asking, "Why don't they love me anymore?" ask yourself the question that changes everything. Why am I staying where love no longer lives? That question is painful, but powerful, because once you answer it honestly, you begin to reclaim your dignity. You remember that a man doesn't beg to be chosen. He chooses to walk where he's valued. That is your turning point. That is where you rise. Stoic perspective on letting go. Letting go isn't weakness, it's power. It's the power to stand unshaken when the ground beneath you crumbles. A Stoic man doesn't beg for closure or chase after those who've turned their backs. Why? Because he knows his worth doesn't depend on being chosen. Your identity is not a mirror of someone else's affection. The Stoics remind us, you were whole before them. You will be whole after. That's not just a line. It's a truth carved into the bones of every man who's walked away from what no longer served him and still stood tall. Epictetus lays it out plainly. Don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. You wanted her to stay. You wanted it to last. But reality had other plans. And Stoicism doesn't ask you to fight reality. It commands you to master yourself, the face of it. When someone leaves, the real loss isn't them. It's the part of you that forgot who you were without their validation. A man rooted in Stoic discipline mourns not the relationship, but his own blindness to what was always there. The red flags he ignored, the self-respect he silenced, the peace he traded for passion. Here's the truth. Your value doesn't dip because someone stopped recognizing it. Your light doesn't fade because someone turned away. That's their vision failing, not your essence dimming. Letting go in the Stoic sense is an act of supreme self-respect. It's the moment you stop clinging and start rising. So when love leaves, don't collapse. Rebuild. Don't seek revenge. Seek clarity. Don't lose yourself. Find yourself. Again. Stronger. Sharper. Freer. Because the man who walks forward without bitterness, without regret, he's the man who's truly untouchable. Conclusion. If you see these two signs, emotional distance and lack of effort, don't beg, don't chase. Return to yourself. Rebuild your mind. Refocus your mission. You are not here to be an option. You are here to live with purpose. Let them go not out of hate but from strength. And that strength, that's Stoicism. And you're capable of it. If this message hit home, share in the comments. I choose peace over confusion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because we're just getting started.